also like to just quickly thank the couple JV guys that stepped up this year at the end of the season to help us out. Will, Dylan, and Bennett, I just want to thank you guys for your help the last few weeks. Number one, in training, super helpful, and then we even found some game time for you in the playoffs, so I appreciate all of you guys and the hard work, and hopefully look forward to working with some of you guys next year. So thank you. All right, so now we're going to do our 4 team awards. These are voted on by the coaches. We talk about it. I might be kind of heavy-handed in that decision-making process, but the first one is pretty straightforward. I should rename this the Golden Boot Award because that's what they do in most soccer tournaments. But for our team this year, Offensive Player of the Year, this young man led the team in goals. And actually, at the time I put this together, he was tied with another player. And then the playoffs pushed him over. And so I'd already submitted the awards. I was like, I hope this doesn't go the other way. But it worked out really well. And he managed to finish the season with 13 goals, 5 in the last 4 games of the season. So, I mean, really hitting it where it counts. And so with that, Offensive Player of the Year is R.J. Williams. So our Defensive Player of the Year, as I kind of alluded to in the introduction earlier, this young man has played a ton of minutes for us. I anticipated playing him a little wider position because if you've watched some of our games, he has the penchant to get forward every once in a while and can score a goal or two. And I know he enjoys that part of the game, but what I really appreciate about this young man is he moves back without a second thought. He does it without complaint. And I think there's a part of him that would just as soon tackle somebody and score a goal anyway. So I think it's a great fit, and I think this award is well-deserved for Aiden Webb. Got the next one? All right. He's like looking at me like, which one? The next one I'll do is our team MVP. This one, you know, I've been around this young man a long time, and I know he has incredibly high standards for himself. But when you look at the numbers this year, and he was in that close race there at the end for Offensive Player of the Year, and I thought he might win it out in playoffs. Who knows? I didn't know where it was going to end up. But then when you look at the rest of the contribution, it's not just goals. It's 12 goals on the season, so 1 behind our top goal scorer, but 16 assists to go with it. And this is the guy that makes the guys around him better. And I think that's what's important when you think about a team MVP. Who makes your team better? Now, this could have been, we have a number of guys that are eligible in this space, but this young man, the stats just kind of pushed him over the edge for me, and that's Abel Ayers. And then our last award that we give out is our Coaches Award. This one is one that, for me, varies every year. I did it for different reasons. Sometimes it's attitude, sometimes it's energy, sometimes it's behavior, sometimes it's somebody who's the most improved. This young man this year did something that a lot of these guys have been asked to do, but more importantly, did it without complaint, and then, hey, it gives you a whole different dimension. So if you watched any of our games this year, you saw this streak running down the sideline at Mach 4, and everybody's going, where'd that kid come from? He came from right back, but if you ask where he plays any other time, he'd tell you he's a midfielder, he's a winger, you might even say he's a striker. He never on this planet would have said, I'm a right back, coach. But when we asked him in the preseason, we said, look, I need to find a way to get you on the field, and oh, by the way, we think you can help us get some width on this field and stretch the other team a little bit. He said, no problem, I'll do it. And unfortunately, he can't be here tonight because his family's celebrating retirement for his father from the service. But we're excited to recognize Corden Finley. All right, and then the last awards that we'll give tonight, these are the region awards. So these are teams that are voted on by the other coaches in our region. So unfortunately, our region this year is a little small because Trinity's team backed out. So it was just us and Northside and Florence Christian. And at the time this was done, we hadn't yet played Northside in our second game. So it was really a very small sample size. And so we got together as coaches, we talked through it. But we just played Florence Christian the night before to PKs and a tremendous win. So the Florence Christian coach had a lot of opinions. But with that, we had three teammates, three team members voted to the All-Region team this year. The first has already been recognized once this evening as our team MVP, and that's Abel Ayers. We'll get their nameplates for those later. I think one of them is misspelled. We gotta get those fixed. Matter of fact, I know which one. I know which one it is. It says Bob. Yeah, no. The next one is a young man that I think this is well deserved in a region game, and I honestly felt like he could have. I was trying to find a spot. I needed a fifth award for the team because I think his role and certainly the impact that he had on our team throughout the course of the season, and this recognition reflects that. It has been really critical. So, Paul. And then lastly, it's funny. Some coaches, when you're doing this all-region stuff, you get together and someone can have like a name in mind. They hear all the buzz, they hear all the social media stuff that people do nowadays, but sometimes they come to you and say, "Who's that kid that did X?" And you're like, "What are you talking about?" "Well, you know the one that tackled the snot out of my guy or pushed this guy down?" Well, in this case, every time I hear the word tackle, I kind of know who we're talking about. But this guy was recognized as well in our all-region team. That's Aiden Webb. With that, I have concluded. I think that's all the awards that I have this evening.